I'm Jennifer Page, and you're watching Eclectic Arts Media.
I hope all my experiences are like this. I mean, I've been blessed thus far with all the projects, especially this one, to have such an amazing time shooting it. I mean, apparently I do darkness and death really well, so I don't tell happy stories yet.
When I did the vocals for the chorus of the Phantom of the Opera.
Hello!
Hi, Chloe. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing really good.
Someone was just leaving the bar with a beer, and then there was this opening, and I just felt myself climbing onto the bar.
It feels kind of like we were laughing about it last night, a family band in a way, because, you know, and that's really exciting as well, because, you know, it feels a little bit more like home when you're on tour and stuff.
And even the thought of it seemed insane, but I thought, yeah, maybe let's give it a go.
I wanted to look exactly like they looked on the cover with their big permed hair and their chokers, and like they were so badass and so cool.
It's wild. That stuff really starts to creep up on you.
And the moment I stepped into the ring, I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
And you're watching Eclectic Arts Media.
Okay, everybody, we're going on the way to the LA Art Show, modern and contemporary. Yep, time to go.
Some stuff are really passionate. Some stuff are really boring.
Busan, you enjoy?
Yeah.
So with my shoes, it's really hard.
You just have to learn to tie your shoes. You're old enough now. I think she's trying to think.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm Mark Sugiyama from Eclectic Arts Media, based here in Seattle, Washington. And thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday, the 23rd of April, 2024. And I'd like to thank Halco Negro for joining me a few weeks ago. I really enjoyed talking with him. He was under some time constraints. And so the good news is he has agreed to come back to have a part 2, and that is scheduled for right now on May 8th. We're still working out the time, but he has a lot to say in his background as a luchador. We also share a common love of music and concerts and things of that nature. So he's scheduled to come back. And speaking of which, I've been having a lot of people since the beginning of the year ask me about the adult entertainment field and when am I going to have another guest. So hopefully that's one of the reasons why you're tuning in tonight. But what I can also say is that coming up, I had I had an interview scheduled this past Friday, which got rescheduled. And that was because the guest got booked for a shoot. And so she is scheduled to come on this Monday, which is the 29th of April. And that is Selena Ivy. She's expected to be here at noon Pacific, so 3 p.m. Eastern. And for you adult entertainment fans, I also have scheduled right now, confirmed, Thursday, May 2nd, another fan favorite, Sky Blue, scheduled to come back. And Sky is somebody that I talked to, that was, 2.5 years ago, I want to say. It was a while ago. So if this is something you have a strong interest in, then tonight, Monday, and Thursday next week, that you want to definitely make sure that you come in and check out everything that we have going on. And there's a couple other people that I'm working on as well that are not in the adult field. And well, as I always like to say, I don't want to be known as the music guy or the dance guy or the film guy or just anything. I don't like being pigeonholed into anything. I like to have a lot of variety with what I do. And so that's where we're at. And I definitely want to thank Stacy, who made the second donation from this year, 2024. Thank you so much, Stacy. It's actually a very generous donation that she made. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, that there is a PayPal me link in every YouTube description and also a Venmo as well. If you feel so inclined that you really like what I'm doing, you like the guest, you want to support the channel, everything that I'm doing costs me money. So I'm either paying for that out of my own pocket or from the generosity of fans. And so you can also, if you don't have the money and you want to support me, you can always hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You can like a thumbs up this video. If you're on Twitch, you can follow me over there. All those kind of things. All of it helps if you're interacting with what I do. And I also see that there's some comments already in that I need to check on. So if you'd like to know how you can ask any of my guests, including tonight, a question or a comment, you can just put it into the chat through YouTube or through Twitch, and then I'll try to incorporate those into the conversation as we go along. Particularly if my guest is speaking, then I want to let them say their piece and that type of thing, and I'll try to get to the questions as quickly as I can. And if you'd like to know what I have more I'm not speaking very well. I'm not used to doing these at night. I think that's the issue. Usually I've been doing them with my weird schedule, like in late mornings or afternoons. But if you'd like to follow me as Eclectic Arts Media, one word on Instagram, that's where I post all this information first, so you can sign and see what's coming up. If you missed it and you want to see the link, like for tonight's, I'll put that in my stories, things of that nature. And some of that information will also migrate over to other social media platforms. And so a lot of things coming up. I also want to give a quick shout out nationally to Little Miss Nasty. They started their U.S. tour tonight, somewhere down in California. And I'm sorry, I should know the date, but on Thursday, they're going to be up in Portland. And then on Friday, they'll be up in my neck of the woods in Seattle. And they're going all across the United States for about 5 or 6 weeks. So they're a tremendously talented burlesque / performance art dance troupe. All of them are professional dancers. So they make the difficult look easy. It's incredibly sexy and titillating. So if you're a conservative kind of person, well, one, you're probably not going to be watching this interview, but two, that may not be your bag. But there's a lot of like fire eaters and aerialists and other dance people that are in the crowd. So I saw them last year. It's probably like a 50-50 split between male and female audience members. So depending on what you have in your head, it probably isn't correct. Highly entertaining. So I can't recommend them enough. And I'm really looking forward to seeing their show on Friday. My understanding is I will also be doing another interview with them on the tour bus. So I'm looking forward to that and reconnecting with them. And then for locally, which is also a touring thing, if you haven't bought your tickets for Aladdin the Musical, which opens tomorrow at the Paramount Theater, you're pretty much SOL at this point. There are single scattered tickets for some of the performances, but if you're trying to bring 4 people, 5 people, whatever, you're not going to find it unless you pay reseller prices. So that show sold out pretty quickly into the season. And so, and maybe if you get lucky to the next city that the tour is going to be going to, you can get some Aladdin tickets. But I will be there tomorrow night as media covering and reviewing that musical. So lots of things going on, and I'm really excited though to anytime I say this all the time during my interviews, but I truly mean it. I love it when guests come back, and so tonight is no exception. Let's kind of get to things. Change this over here real quick. And my guest tonight is a longtime fan favorite in the world of adult entertainment. She first started her career in her native Japan, where she quickly rose to the top of the industry. She then turned her sights on America, where she continues to entertain fans to this very day. Please welcome back to the Eclectic Arts Media Virtual Studio, Miss Maika Hase. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me again. I'm so excited today.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm very excited too. I love having guests come back, especially a guest that was as fun as you. So I'm really looking forward to today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and let's kind of start off with the very beginning things. I showed a little clip from your YouTube channel. That was
I recorded. Oh my God, it's me.
So for people that aren't familiar, yes, exactly. Who is that?
His name is Busan, like my manager. Came from Japan.
Okay, so Busan is your manager, and he goes everywhere you go?
Yes.
Okay.
He protects me, everything. He does everything.
And in that particular video, you're at an art museum?
Oh yeah, it was really fun. First day, one of my friend is a photographer, and he works over there, so he invited me for the first day, only invitation day. And when I was there, LA Art Show official photographer saw me, another guy. Oh my God, she's there, and he contacted me. And if you wanna come from tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you can come back. Oh, okay. Now I go there every single day. I love art.
Okay, well that's awesome that you've been you made a new friend.
Yes.
Now, so what do you like about art and art museums?
The museum, I can't find exactly answer. That's why I feel funny.
Okay.
I mean, not museum, art, all art. I can't find exactly answer. What is this? Or what makes you feel like? So I can think, I can feel whoever. So it's fun.
Okay, so it's something you like to be around.
Yes.
Okay. And I want to say hi to, hey, Ove, good to see you. Ove's over in Norway, Marika.
Hello, Ove.
Yeah, Ove.
Ove. It's me, Marika.
Yeah, and he says it's good to see you again. I think he was with us the first time. Now, kind of moving from the art museum to the adult industry, you recently were posting that you did like a scene related to King Kong and Godzilla. Can you talk about that?
Yes, I think last year we did Godzilla, not Godzilla, Godzilla. So now, this year we shot Godzilla versus King Kong. It's all about fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah, directed by Ivan. Ivan is one of the Hall of Fame Russian director, and who is my big friend for 10 years friend. I really love his shirt. His shirt is always unique, creative, not like a just fuck. More creative, but still sexy.
Yeah.
I really enjoy his shirt.
Okay, so were you Godzilla or are you King Dong?
I'm Godzilla.
Okay, with being Japanese, I assume that's why you're Godzilla.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so King Dong, was that played by a woman?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how long was the shoot?
It's funny, the acting part during the night, all over the night. The sexy part, just 20 minutes.
Okay, so the acting took longer then.
Yes. But 20 minutes still sexy because we love sexy. I don't know, this is YouTube, right?
What I found is you can pretty much say what you want. I just can't show things. So when I've talked to other adult guests, they'll talk about fucking, they'll talk about anal, they'll talk about all kinds of stuff, and that seems to be okay. That seems to be okay, but yeah, I can't. If I start showing like someone's butt or something like that, then I get in trouble.
Okay. Every good girl.
So, like you said, you've known the director for like 10 years. He likes to do creative shoots with you, so you like the creativity plus the sexy part too.
Yeah.
Okay, and this question's come up before with other guests. I guess I'll just ask it now. Do you have a preference between working with guys versus working with girls?
I like both. I really love to work both, but guys are more easier. Girls, I need to more think, little bit think.
Okay, so yeah, because now I think about it, I think the first interview we did, you're talking about how you can kind of, the guy should kind of know what he's supposed to do. So it kind of made it, and you were talking about that when you were in Japan, that when you came to America, the girls were like really assertive and they kind of like tell like if they want to be on top of what kind of positions they want. And it was kind of something that was kind of new to you, but you liked it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, now I think I changed a little bit of my opinion. I like both, but girls are. I still can enjoy with girls, but about our industry, sometimes girls need to be main guy, need to support girls to show more beautiful or sexy. So when I work with guy, I just can relax because guys protect me, guys supporting me. But to work with girls, need to support each other sometimes difficult because we have culture difference, how support each other, how love each other, how fucking each other.
But that makes sense. That makes sense that because I know I've talked to there's been an adult director that's come on, and he talked about with the talent that the guy has to understand that he's secondary to the girl. So if I'm trying to get a certain angle, you need to move your leg, guy, so that the girl can ride you properly, so that I can get my camera in there and I can see everything. So, and that makes sense. And then if you're working with, if it's girl and girl, then it's kind of like, are we looking for the same things? Make sure that we both look good.
Yeah.
And make sure that the scene's hot and sexy. Cool. And I see Ove's asking a question about how is your health?
It's, I still in remission and taking medicine to be cured. I just needed to take medicine 2 more years, so almost to be cured. Still sometimes I feel side effect by the medicine because the medicine is really strong. Some part of Europe, I think they say illegal to take this medicine because it's too strong.
Oh, okay.
That much strong medicine I'm taking, so I feel sometimes heavy side effect, but I'm trying. It's strong.
Okay, well that's good that you're in remission still, and you got only 2 more years left of the medication, and then I'm sure you'll be real happy when you don't have to take that anymore.
Yes.
So I'm sure all your fans out there are happy. I know I am to hear that you're on.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. That's good. And yeah, I see Ove saying that's awesome. You know, he's really happy for you that you're doing well. Awesome. So we were talking before we went live that it's been 2 years since we last did an interview, and so not that you can pick out anything within 2 years, but with your career, let's start there then. With the scenes you've been shooting over the last 2 years, even the last X amount of months, are you still enjoying what you're doing? You've been in the industry for a long time, so it's still something you love doing it. You see that you're just going to keep on going.
You remember the Koku Gojira versus King Dong shoot? I needed to bring my own schoolgirl uniform. So when I was preparation, I just thinking same thing. How long have I wear schoolgirl from real student? Oh my god, almost 24 years. 24 years I've been wearing schoolgirl uniform. Professional, and also, of course, so in front of the camera, I think for almost 20 years I've been working in front of the camera. Not necessarily everything porn, because I started normal actress. So yeah, so long. Recently I feel, oh my god, so long. But still I'm really enjoy, and still I feel this is my supposed to be here. But but I feel in front of camera is a real place where I am. I still saw, but I little bit changed my mind compared to 2 years ago when I talked with you. Maybe I think 2 years ago I want to shoot more, especially porn, because I just back to porn industry from cancer fight. But now I feel I want to see more another world, but I want to still be in front of camera. So I get audition. I get some opportunity fashion show, mainstream movie. Yeah, some of men. I get the opportunity to be in front of camera, except besides porn. Now.
Okay, well that's got to be exciting too, because then that kind of brings you back to your roots. Then, like you said, before porn, you're doing mainstream acting work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here you are, 20 plus years later, you're doing it again.
I'm back.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I think there's been a lot of adult guests that I've had on. They wish they had those opportunities because they want to get to the kind of get into other areas, and they can't. They hope I got a chance to be an extra on a film. Well, that's great. They hope that turns into something else, and then it doesn't. So if those are coming your way, yeah, more power to you. And I've obviously we've been following each other on social media since we did the first interview, You seem like your circle, you have a lot of mainstream, if it's filmmakers or photographers or art people, you have a lot of people that that are in mainstream, the mainstream community. So that must make it easier too, because then you have somebody that can maybe hire you for something. If it's a fashion show, if it's being a model for a photo shoot or something, that's where your clothes is on. That's nice. You have options. Options are always good.
Yeah. And so bad, I'm already old, but I still want to try everything.
Well, that's a healthy attitude, because I mean, what's good is you can tell just from talking to you, and it's been 2 years, that you still enjoy what you do. That's the big thing. Because I've had musicians come on, I've had actors come on. You can tell they're getting kind of tired. They're kind of like, I keep trying. I'm not getting where I want to go. So they're thinking about, just going to a regular 9-to-5 job. And I don't get that sense from you at all. So that's always inspiring when someone's passionate about what they do.
Yeah, I want to try regular job, but just interested, because I never work out of camera. Almost never work. I need to learn more normal thing. I start to feel so, but
well, if you're doing what you love right now, then you don't have to worry about that normal job stuff. You can leave that down the road, even if maybe you'll never get to it. I mean, that's gonna be kind of good. And I say, like always saying, you look very young still, so more power to you. But so I was going through to prepare for this interview. I was looking through some scenes, and I don't actually know when these scenes were shot. They could have been, a long time ago, or they could have been a couple years ago. I'm not really sure, because you can't go by when they were uploaded. The date's not necessarily right. So what I noticed is that you've done, boy, girl, girl, girl. You've had boy, boy, girl. You've had gang bang. You've had most of the genres in pornography you've done. Is there any of those that you're like, I've done that, but I don't really want to do it anymore, so I'm not going to do those kind of scenes? You're like, no, I'm open to all of it.
I think I'm open all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting for people that are watching this. So if how do you normally get your jobs for adult work? So do they call you? They call your agent? How does that normally work for you to get booked for a scene?
For my case, I have agency. I have porn agency. So company call my company book me through my agency.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. So sometimes people. Company try to book me through social media, or when I see them in person at a town or party or another shoot or something, but we need to say, please through my agency.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then they can kind of filter through the offers and work out what it is, and then pass it on to you and say, hey, here's a shoot on this day, and here's what they're asking you to do, and here's the money and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are there ever shoots recently that you turned down? You're like, you're busy, or just didn't feel like doing that day, or you didn't like the company or something? Have you ever turned down a job offer in pornography recently where you're like, I just don't want to do that for whatever reason?
I never, I think.
Okay, so if the job comes and your schedule's open, then you do it.
Yes, except when I have sick or something, maybe.
Okay, yeah. So if it's some kind of circumstance that which most people would understand, if you're sick or you're some of the personal things going on, like, okay, I can't do that today, but maybe next week I could book you or something like that. Okay. Do you have a certain genre you like to shoot then right now? Like you like working with girls, or you just don't care? You're like, whatever. I'm open to it.
Yeah, I'm open, but I like more acting, more creative shoot too. I love. I'm open and I love all kind of shoot, but especially more unique, creative, weird shoot.
Okay, so that starts putting you toward like features and stuff where they really spend some time and some creativity and some money usually on the set and everything versus a gonzo shoot where it's like just get the sex and get the fucking.
Yes, okay, so for example, if I had shoot for Pandas or Twisted or some kind of gorgeous type of company, people say, "Oh, Marika, you are gorgeous." I still feel, "Oh, thank you so much," but people, when I had shoot like Ivan, people say, "Oh, you are funny. I didn't know. You are weird. I didn't know." I feel more happy. Yay!
Okay, well, no, that's good to know. you know what you like. And just letting everybody know that are watching, if you have a question for Marika, again, just join the YouTube channel or the Twitch channel, put it into the chat like always in there right now, and I'll make sure to ask the question to her. So just putting that out there. There's something that you just on your YouTube channel. Again, it's in the links in the description, folks. So you can go subscribe to her YouTube channel after we're done with this. You recently, and I'm very sorry for your loss. You lost a dear pet, I want to say. And
I moved from Japan with him. He's more than pet, like my body.
Oh wow! I didn't realize you had him so long. Okay. Because you put a video up where it looks like you're getting like jewelry made from his ashes. Oh, okay, cool.
The black part. I don't know how to show you.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. Also, this bracelet, the black part is his ash.
Okay.
Yeah. After he passed away, we researched so many press because it's really easy business to sell like this jewelry or picture or something. But this press, so because they just put the ash inside. But this press is really really bright and does not just put my cat's ass. They just mixed with some silver or really bright and really they take care of my cat's ass. So I'm so satisfied and I can go in everywhere with him.
Oh, that's amazing. That you found a company that did that too, so you have those pieces with you everywhere you go.
I'm sorry. And I have him. The rest of ash is here.
Okay.
I have 2 cats, and the other one, I showed him this ash special jar. Oh, this is your brother. You are still with brother. I told him and I showed him, and he immediately hugged this jar.
Oh.
So, oh my god. We still feel the cat here.
Okay, so that's so amazing that your cat that's still with you recognized that the other cat's still with you, just in a different form
Yeah.
now.
Really different home.
Wow. And yeah, when you went back there to get the ashes, I thought maybe you were gonna trip and knock it over. Like, oh no, don't do that. It'd be like Big Lebowski when they're trying to spread the ashes and they blow back in their face. That would be good. And I said, "Hey, Carmichael, good to see you." I see Carmichael saying it's really cool that you did that, with your cat. So if he came with you from Japan, I forget, how old was he then?
He was 15 years old.
Wow. Okay.
But he is still really beautiful. His last 3 days, he looks really weak, but still handsome, really handsome. I want to show you.
Okay.
He's really,
Oh yeah.
he's so handsome.
Well, again, I'm sorry for your loss. That's so hard when you lose. Well, in your case, not even a pet, like you said. That was like your friend, and you've had so long, and especially made that journey from one country to another country. That's huge. So wow. And I know anyone out there that has a pet, understands what we're talking about and that loss. I've lost a few pets over the years myself, so I know what that's like. Is you're used to seeing them all the time. I mean, they're just there all the time, and their little quirks and little things that they do. So, but you always have those memories for sure. And now you have it on your wrist and on your finger. And
Yeah, and I picture. I ordered a picture too. Sorry. But I really love him. So I put with me. So it looks like I died.
Oh, wow,
I don't know how to show you, but
yeah. So don't cry for me, Mom. And I was so nervous.
Yeah, and this is his color.
Okay. Wow. But you went all out. But again, I totally understand why, though. That's really, really cool that you did that, and it'll help you with that transition for sure. Wow. What's your cat's name that is still with you?
Taro.
Okay.
Taro is like a typical Japanese boy's name, like Mike, John, Bob, because he used to be stray cat. So after I moved here from another apartment, I saw stray cat family in front of my apartment. So I've been feeding them 8 months, but I did not want to catch them. Or if I catch them, maybe I'm gonna find another forever home or happy shelter. But I did not want to take them because I had 10 with this guy. His personality is really like a king, so he does not want to. I know, so I gave him temporary name Taro, easy temporary name. But it's too late. After I gave him Taro, his name, I start to love him. I catch him. Now he is really lazy. He became 32 pounds. Huge cat.
Wow. 32 pounds.
Yeah, really huge cat now.
Oh my gosh, that's bigger than some dogs.
Yes.
Okay. And does he like to snuggle with you and stuff too, being that big? Oh my goodness, that's like the size of a pillow.
Yes, I sometimes does.
Oh my gosh, well, that's cool. Okay, so have you always been a cat person? Have you ever been a dog person?
When I was a kid, I had dog with my family, and I never think I'm cat person or I'm dog person. I just really love animals. And when I became a porn star, when I was still in Japan, my Japanese agency said, "Oh, so now you are not rich, but you have a little bit of comfortable money because porn is a little bit better, little expensive, high money." So he said, maybe you're gonna have a cat or something and take care of them, and you learn more a lot. My Japanese agent told me. And why no dog? Because I had dog when I was a kid. I don't know about the cat. I love cat, but I don't know about the cat. But he said, Marika, you want to become busy every idol with porn star, so maybe cat is better. Dog need to work every day. cat can stay home by themselves if you have small business trip or something. But okay, I understand. Then I start to have him, but I really take care of him. So if even I go out 5 minutes, he become crazy. And he was more than dog.
That's funny. So I understand what your agency was saying. So that if you're going to be so busy working and doing shoots, get a cat because they can just leave them alone. And it turns out your cat wants you around them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually, some of the people that I know around here where I live, that's why they have cats, because they're so busy with their lives. They're not home enough. You have to walk the dog or let it go bathroom, all that kind of stuff. And, if you have a litter box for the cat, then they can just do their business there. And I mean, you still want to be home. You want to be gone all the time, but it's a little bit easier if you have a cat than a dog for sure. And always asking for a clarification. When you said your cat's name was Taro, I mean like the root vegetable? He's asking.
the potato thing, right, Asian?
Yeah. Okay, there you go, Ove. So you love animals. You've been in the adult industry for a long period of time. You're also doing some stuff that's non-porn, and then you're also doing. You have your own VIP that people can sign up for. What can you tell me about that? Is that through OnlyFans, or what is that VIP through?
Yes, I have OnlyFans. This is all kind of fantasy. I make all kind of all kind of fantasy to post my OnlyFans. I don't know how to explain, but my OnlyFans is really fun. I have everything. Also, I chat with you guys, so maybe you guys can know more my personal. Also, can watch more, noticing. Also, more solo. At my apartment, I wake up. Oh, I feel horny, and my real masturbation. You can enjoy everything, Marika Hase.
Okay, so your OnlyFans has a lot of content that's more personal to you. There's more fantasy oriented things. Fans can kind of get like a little bit more glimpse into your life, basically, too. Like you said, if you wake up horny and then you do yourself, and they can see that there on your OnlyFans.
Yes, but of course, I hire director and I make real professional scene, real notive. I know my fan loves BBC, so I make so many BBC for you guys. So my fan who has each type of fantasy, everybody can enjoy. Everybody can find their fantasy.
Okay.
In my OnlyFans.
So with your OnlyFans, everyone can find their fantasy, which means there's something for everybody.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
And let me ask you this, just out of curiosity. You said your fans really like BBC when you work with BBC scenes. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they're so into watching you with a big black, you know what?
I want to ask them, but I think it's fun more than another. It looks more taboo, big black guy versus petite Asian, looks innocent, quiet girl became naughty.
Okay, so it kind of goes into that fantasy. You got the black guy with the big long thing here, and then petite Asian gal doing that. Okay, that makes I understand. I watch enough to kind of understand the, the things, but I've never had a guest actually say my fans like to see this. But that's good. And then you accommodate them like you just said, so that everybody can find her OnlyFans. Unfortunately, I can't put the link in the YouTube description because then I'll get zapped. I found that out the hard way. I can post it like on the background or something, but if I put the actual hyperlink, then I get the big red flag.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's not hard to find. If you follow her on social media, you've posted your link quite a few times. Actually, it's in your profile on your Instagram. I remember you click on that and that shows the VIP and how it gets you to your OnlyFans. Yeah, so that's easy enough for everybody. How often do you post content on your OnlyFans? Like you said, you have directors actually shoot your content. So you do that for like a day and then spread that stuff out for a couple weeks, or what do you do with your content?
How often?
Yeah, how often do you post content, or like do you shoot it for one day and then take a little bit of that and kind of spread it out?
There's no spread, so I post the whole thing at the one time. So every Friday, brand new thing, and any other day, I post the old thing that people never, some people never watch, and some. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like you're very involved with your OnlyFans. Then you're constantly having stuff put up on a regular basis. It sounds like.
Yeah, and photo set or small snapshot of some sexy or BTS thing is every day. Come out every day.
Okay. Now with Busan, does he make an appearance in your OnlyFans? Is he in the background anywhere? Or there he is. Does he show up on your OnlyFans or in your photo shoots?
Hey, he has. Oh, yeah, he does sometimes. I'm adult, so I'm sometimes embarrassed. So I put him inside my purse, but the photographer was my coworker said, "Where's Busan? Show me." So Busan needed to be in camera. And also Bazowi Award, this is a more creative and cosplay game, more future cosplay or creative game thing award. We won 3 years in a row, and we means me and him, and they sent me awards every time. MARICA HASE and Busan is a pick. Real awards. They have real, yeah.
Wow, that was 3 years, right? You said. Yes. Where did the idea for him come from?
Very first time, when I go to somewhere like restaurant or somewhere, I did not wear any makeup on. I was just like a pajama, almost a pajama look. So I don't want to be in the camera, but the plate was very beautiful. So I wanted to take a picture, but just take a picture on the plate. It's boring. So I want to, okay, this guy. This is the start.
Okay, and is he the original Busan? Like you haven't had to replace him with, like, if he didn't get damaged or anything or get stains on him? Or
I have only this guy. Yeah, my agency told me same thing. You know every year, right? Every
Yeah.
January we have.
Yep.
Last time when I went to Vienna, I left him inside the elevator after I take a picture in the fancy casino elevator. I left him and I was panicking and my agency passing me. Oh, what happened, Marika? Oh, hey, I lost Busan. See, I told you need to buy spare. He told me. But he always come back. I lost him 5 or 6 times. He always come back somehow. Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's good that he's come back.
Yeah.
If you've lost him that many times and somehow he keeps finding his way back to you, that's good. And that's also interesting too. That he's the original one. There's only one of him. So yeah, I mean, so this is the way my mind works. Have you ever thought about like finding other ones to sell to your fans? Not the original one, but other ones that look like him. So have you thought about selling one?
I never think about that, but but when I had cancer, one costume outfit t-shirts company contacted me. You want to design fuck cancer original your fuck cancer t-shirts and we can sell it. Oh, it's nice, and I designed my face and his face fuck cancer t-shirts, and this shirt will went to viral, popular, and I think UFC champion find the shirt and oh, I love this shirt. And I forgot her name. Brazilian UFC champion, very famous. I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. But she find my designed shirt and she wear on the ring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that
Christian Cyborg? She is. You know.
I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, she wear for me and she posted on her Twitter and Instagram wearing the shirt.
Okay, and I see fans asking, is that T-shirt still available? Where can they buy it? Can they still buy that T-shirt, the one about fighting cancer?
Oh, the company told me it already 2 times. How can I say it's sold out and make another one already 2 times. They made so it's finished, but he tried to make same design. Long sleeve shirts or something different home.
Okay, so there might be another version of it.
Yes.
Okay. Then do you know how people find that shirt or who the company is or?
It's Japanese company, but they say they have online to ship for out of Japan, so you can buy Marion apparel. How can I? Marion. If I write here, you can see. I don't know. Maybe this? I don't know.
Let's see here. Yeah, so it's like it sounds. It sounds like Marion Apparel.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'll do, folks, is I'll find it and I'll try to put the link into this later so people can just click on it and find it. So that sounds interesting. And that I guess that would be the next best thing is it has your face and it has Busan's face on it. I'm just thinking about some of these artists that fans want everything. So like if it's something that they actually have worn or owned or whatever, I thought, well, if you bought a box of those, like they're not the same, but something different than Busan, but close to it, and like you signed it or you drew a face on it, I don't know, you did something, and you sold it for $50, I bet you fans would buy that. So just another way to make money.
Everybody listen.
I'll send it to you privately. Some other ideas I have. That's cool. And how did you come up with his name?
Oh, in here, pig called wink or something, right? Pig.
Oh, with a pig.
Yeah, Busan is a pig.
Okay. So that's what it means.
American pig, how wing?
Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Yeah. So that's how you.
Japanese pig called boo.
Oh, okay. See, so like when I see it, I think of like the city, and I've spelled it. I think the city in Korea of Busan.
And
I got the wrong country. Okay, now I see. Clearly, I don't know Japanese. I was born here and I don't speak the language, so I don't know. My last name is Japanese and I come from the ancestry, but I don't speak the language clearly. So, okay. When was the last time you were back in Japan? Just to visit or to work, or do you do any work back over there? You don't do that at all anymore?
I do work, but only mainstream in Japan.
Okay.
I back I think last May, but only one day for transit to go to Taiwan.
Okay. And were you doing mainstream work in Taiwan then?
Yeah, I had I needed to attend some show. Also have I forgot. Oh, Netflix shooting.
Oh, something
Yes.
for Netflix. Okay.
Yes.
And is that something that came out or?
Oh, already out.
Okay.
Called Risky Business.
Okay. Risky Business.
It's Korean Netflix shoot in Taiwan, but it's on American Netflix too. You can watch.
Okay. Risky Business. Is that a movie?
More like a documentary style.
Oh, okay.
Korean famous host go to all over the world to explore some type of business that people does not know, like a porn or something.
Oh, okay. So they kind of explore different things that are not as well known or people are curious about.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's just like doing these interviews. Something I didn't tell you is that I've been doing these live streams since May 22nd of 2020. So I've done 356 of these. Your one from 2 years ago is number 4.
Oh!
On the most viewed list. I was just looking at it this morning. Yeah, so your fans, my fans, everyone's fans. Yeah, they
his fan.
Yeah, his fans too. They clearly liked the interview from 2 years ago. And again, that's out of 356. So I mean, that's a lot of interviews, and you're way up at the top. You're in the top 5.
Yay!
Yeah. And that was just 2 years ago. Some of those are from almost 4 years ago, and they're not that high. So they've had 2 more years to get more views, and they still haven't. And I said, oh, thanks, Carmichael. He said it's Risque Business. So RISQUE, folks. If you're trying to find it on American Netflix, after you watch this, you can find it, and then look for Marika in it. Then. So you've been really busy. Like you were telling me before when we were setting this up, you're like, I was doing this shoot and I was doing this and I'm doing that, and you're kind of what do you do when you're not like working? What do you do for fun?
Oh, I like wrestling. I love to watch wrestling. Did I tell you 2 years ago? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. So you mean like professional wrestling?
Yeah, I really love wrestling, to watch wrestling.
Oh, this is coming back to me. Haven't you been a ring girl at some wrestling events?
I done ring girl a few times in Japan. Also here there is called XPW, which is a deathmatch wrestling group. I they I am on their ring sometimes. Not like a serious wrestling because they are this much more broad. But I'm on the ring some type of show, more sexy fighting. I fight my way. So anyways, I really love to watch wrestling. So I watch wrestling, and yeah, I sometimes watch wrestling same show, slow motion, over and over to know about the trick. I'm really nerd. Not like a cute. I'm wrestling fan. I'm nerd. But I'm not. I love wrestling. And I go so many wrestling, and I put a favorite for WWE wrestler, Stardom wrestler, New Japan wrestler. I put everything I marked. Now some wrestler start invite me their wrestling. They recognized me. They are very famous. So I went to WWE WrestleMania because they invited me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I really love wrestling.
And I'm not making this up. Before I logged on tonight and started doing my notes and everything for this interview, I was watching a documentary about Bret the Hitman Hart from the old WWE stuff. The Hart brothers from Canada, and Owen Hart, who passed away, and Stu Hart, their father. And I was watching Mick Foley before that with Mankind and Cactus Jack. So I come from that era of wrestling. So that's just so bizarre to me that I was watching that, and then you just tell me that's one of the things you love, that you're a wrestling nerd. And
yeah, if this year I wanted to start wrestling. Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? Have you done any of the? I know they have it's either girl versus girl, or sometimes there's girl versus guy in the porn world where they have wrestling matches, and then if you lose, then I think the winner gets to do that person that lost. Have you done any of those kind of scenes?
Porn version wrestling.
Yeah, porn wrestling ones where you wrestle somebody on a mat and everything, and then sex happens later.
I never. Yes, some. I think some people try to book me the wrestling scene, but I'm really welcome everything, but I feel, oh my god, this is not wrestling. I couldn't accept about the only wrestling scene.
Okay, yeah, I know there's a whole niche of that type of stuff that some guests do, and some fans definitely are looking for that type of pornography when there's they do the whole tail of the tape, height, weight, all that kind of thing on both sides, and then they go kind of pseudo wrestle, and then they have sex later and that kind of thing.
But I had a sexy movie as a wrestler, more like a scenario type of sexy movie as a wrestler, and I had training from wrestler before the shoot. I really enjoyed.
Have you been a long time wrestling fan then? It's like when you're living in Japan, you're a wrestling fan way back then?
I grew up with wrestling because my grandmom always watched wrestling, but I recognized I love. But after I become adult, I recognized. Oh, I personally love wrestling.
Okay, that's cool. Do you have a favorite or a couple favorite wrestlers right now from any of the companies?
Mercedes Moné.
Who?
Mercedes Monet. Oh, she
Oh,
was Sasha Banks when she was
yeah, yeah. Oh,
WWE.
okay. Yeah. That's what she changed her name.
Yes.
Okay. What and any of the guys that you like to watch wrestle?
Guy Shelton. I will show you.
This is fascinating. Oh, you've got his action figure. Okay.
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton. Oh, that's he was a really good amateur wrestler before he came to WWE. Did I see him wrestle? I may have seen. I've been to a number of live events. I may have seen him when he first came in with Charlie Haas. They were the tag team guys. Really good wrestler. Oh, that's cool. And like you just said, you got invited to WrestleMania. So you went to Philadelphia. That's where it was, right? This year?
Oh no, last year. Sorry.
Oh, last year. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because it was here.
Yeah, there. Okay.
Yeah.
And so what?
And of course, I love Asuka. I love Io Sky. I don't know why. I don't know. I can say here. I don't know. But yeah, some people that I say right now following me on Twitter. I don't know why. Yeah.
Well, that's cool though. I mean, like you're talking about, you're getting people from the mainstream world, in this case wrestling, that are following you, knowing who you are, and then they might want to have you do more, get involved with what they do. And I guess you get more opportunities outside of, all the other stuff you're already doing. Now, do you own a belt of any kind? Do you have a big belt somewhere hiding back there? You're not the champion yet. We need to get you a belt.
Yes, but sometimes before I go sleep, I'm by myself, so I'm I'm imagine how take care of my belt when I go on the stage.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of why wrestling's so popular. I mean, you have actors, definitely athletes that, what do? They do this, the symbol that they have the belt on them. They do this thing because it's like.
I forgot her name. The WWE wrestler, more very pretty, small, very devil personality. Famous girl. I like how she show belt like.
I've interviewed in person, and we only got like 2 minutes. I interviewed Bailey. Do you know Bailey from WWE?
I know.
Yeah, I interviewed her in person. I've met. This kind of goes back, so I don't know exactly who. I've met Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
I've met Kurt Angle. I've met The Undertaker. So when WrestleMania was here in Seattle many years ago, I went to some of those fan events where they're there, talking to fans and signing stuff and taking pictures. I met the late Eddie Guerrero. I mean, just a bunch of people. So I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not like a huge wrestling fan, but I'm in the middle somewhere.
Maybe next time if they have WrestleMania in Seattle, we go together.
Yeah, no, okay, that'd be awesome. We have.
I really go to wrestling by myself, because I don't have any wrestling friend. So I go, and sometimes, I think many times my fan recognize me. Oh my God, Marika Hase. So now I became friend with them. I make a friend at the wrestling. I exchange my number only at the wrestling place with my fan, and we go together to watch wrestling. I never exchange my number for it's not safety with my fan one. But wrestling fan does not have any devil mind. I believe so. So we always change and we go together. But I think I can't say my agency or somebody, but I say here.
Okay. Well, so now people that are watching this know if you're a wrestling fan and you're down in California, you might have a chance to run into Marika at an event, and just be cool. Don't be a jerk, and maybe she'll be nice to you, and you can enjoy the event together. I know they're going to have SmackDown up here in Seattle. I think that's not till September, and AEW is going to be here. I think that's this month. And then the guest that I had on 2 weeks ago, he does independent wrestling. He's a luchador. So the Mexican high flying wrestling, that was the last guest I just had on here. He's the very first wrestler I've done a live stream with, and he lives here locally, so I've seen him wrestle. He's flying off the top ropes, and got the mask and everything, and it was really cool. Yeah, he's coming back in May. I'll let you know if it happens to work out with your schedule. You can tune in, especially since you're such a wrestling fan. And he's been at it for, I don't know, maybe 15 years. He's been wrestling for a long time. I thought he was a lot younger, and it turns out he's like maybe 40 or something, I think. And he's still working out, and again, he's doing all his stuff. I think he's had several surgeries from wrestling, from getting injured and all that kind of stuff. But that's cool. I when you're talking about running into fans that recognize you at wrestling events. The first wrestling event I went to was in 2002, and I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been to one. I was a little concerned about it, to be honest. And I found those fans to be like some of the nicest fans. They're just wrestling nerds, and they just want to have a good time. They know who's a good wrestler and who can't wrestle. You have kids and families, people of all colors there too. Obviously, Japan's got a huge wrestling history, as does Mexico. And so you've got a bunch of people, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought there were going to be a lot of, Caucasian people there, and people that look at me kind of funny, being Asian. And it was nothing like that. At least here in Seattle, it wasn't anything like that at all. I really had a good time. And I used to volunteer with a young man that had a disability. He has special needs. And watching how those fans that didn't even know him, how nice they were to him, and how they're like booing at some wrestler and just totally getting into it with him was really cool to see, because then I could just sit back and just kind of watch the show while he's over there kind of doing his thing. And it just told me a lot about what the fan base is like, that they're just clearly treating him just like the uber fan that he was. But I was in the same boat you were. When WrestleMania came here, I got one friend to go to WrestleMania, but those fan events where the wrestlers were meeting people, I couldn't get anybody. Nobody wanted to go. They're like, you want to go? No, I don't want to go to that. So, if we're going to a concert, maybe I'll go. I don't want to go with a wrestler. I don't want to do any of this stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very, very entertaining. I understand why people get into it, and that's some hard work that those people put in. I mean, that the body's not supposed to do what they do, day in and day out as a wrestler. Taking bumps and flying off of stuff and flipping things over and doing suplexes. That you're not supposed to be doing that. And so they sacrifice a lot to entertain everybody. So I have a healthy respect for any wrestler. Interesting. So now we know that you're a wrestling fan.
Wrestling fans.
Is there something else in your free time for fun time that maybe people aren't quite aware of that you're really into besides wrestling?
Besides, wrestling cat. MARICA HASE means wrestling cats eat, work. Oh, I'm writing. My how can I say autobiography?
Your
journey.
Yeah, your autobiography. So about yourself.
Yes, one Japanese company said, if you want to come out your journey, maybe you should serious right next time when you come back to Japan to show me. Our company maybe can release, so put more effort to write. They advised me. Oh, maybe I think time to write, and I'm writing.
Okay.
But very slow. Very slow. When I can finish.
Well, yeah, that's got to be a really hard task because there's probably so many things you want to write about in your life, from when you're a little girl all the way up to now. That's a lot of stuff to put into a book. Do you like to write?
Yeah, I like. I yes, and little bit. I feel annoyed because it's not my professional thing, so I don't know how to write very organized, very clearly. But I'm really enjoyed because I can enjoy. I really love my life, and to write my life, I can enjoy my life again through the writing. I can see my cat again too.
That's a great way to put it. I didn't think about it. With me being a writer, that's how I first started off with everything. That yeah, you get to relive all those things that you did when you read about yourself, or like you said, you can bring up all those memories of your cat and things that make you laugh and smile and feel good again. And it's also really, excuse me, something that can help your fans when eventually they get to read it. They can learn a lot about you that there's a bunch of gaps I'm sure they don't know. I mean, just like wrestling, I think a lot of people didn't know about that. Let alone all the little details that are very personal. They'll be like, wow, this is a really, really interesting read. Wow. And, I mean, yeah, one of the things that got me into wrestling in the first place was reading Mick Foley's book, Have a Nice Day. And he wrote it. There wasn't anybody helping him. All those words are his. And that book's thick. And I still remember reading that. I was like, because I remember seeing the Hell in a Cell in '98, and when he got shoved off by the Undertaker off the top of the cage, and I'm like, who does that? And then I saw he had a book, in a couple of years, and I'm like, that's why I wanted to read the book, and I got interested in that. So then I started watching TV, and it's all over after that. Wow, we'll get off the wrestling topic in a second, but what do you think about Dwayne Johnson, The Rock? I'm just curious, since you're a wrestling fan and that guy's like taking over the world, but what do you think about him in general?
I don't know.
or yeah, maybe you have no opinion of it. You're like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, for female wrestler, I watch their wrestling and I read their social media. I read their article. I enjoy from the background through the wrestling. But male wrestling, I watch only wrestling cell. And I enjoy only their energy and their power.
Okay, so with the female wrestlers, you watch every little thing and you learn things and you want to know what's going on. The males is kind of like, well, it's entertainment, but that's kind of it.
Yes, because male, I feel there are a little bit of difference. Male wrestling is showing their body energy. They fight with their body and incredible body we enjoy. But so many female fight with their mind, heart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes, you're all right. So like you said, with men, it's about their bodies and how they look and everything when they're wrestling, and then with women, it's
more like jealousy, favorite, more. So I love both male wrestling, female wrestling, but I don't I don't see male wrestling the background so much on purpose.
Okay, all right. That makes sense, because if there's something you really like with the women's, then you're trying to find out more about what's going on with them. The men is kind of like, well, I like this, but it's like I don't want to learn like every little detail about them. I want to study more about the women. Okay. Wow. Yeah, it almost seems like you are like ready to be, a female wrestling talent, since you're so into that. That won't surprise me if, I don't know, a year from now or something, you're somehow doing something with WWE, you get signed a contract to, like you said, you'll be making like an appearance, maybe not as a wrestler per se, but some sort of personality there that, you walk a wrestler, you're the valet, you walk a wrestler to the ring, and you're there in the corner and trying to interrupt the other person that's, the heel or whoever the other wrestler is, and that kind of thing. You have, well, yeah, and then you have, there's all kinds of storylines they could do with that. Especially if they're the valet for a female wrestler, and they can talk about if there's a lesbian angle there, if there's, there's all kinds of stuff they can kind of do, because they love to blur reality with fiction now. So, they can talk about Marika. Her background is in the adult world, and then maybe they try to get the adult wrestler that you're with, to come to a set or something. I don't know. They can do all kinds of like.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
there is one Japanese wrestler who is a porn star in Japan, but I guess she does porn little bit, but still she's a porn star also wrestler.
Oh, interesting. They might. Well, it's also a different culture. They probably have a different view on pornography and wrestling over there than here in America. They have a different viewpoint. Like if you're in Japan, they probably don't. I'm guessing they don't think too much that she's done some pornography, but that she's also a wrestler. If you do that in America, they're probably going to look at it a little differently. Like so, if she was here wrestling and doing a little bit of pornography, they would probably look at her differently in America than they do in Japan. Is that correct, or am I wrong?
Sorry.
So how do you know, how is she viewed in Japan, since she's done some pornography, but she's also a wrestler? Is she just viewed like anybody else, and they're fine with it? The Japanese people, like the cultural difference, do they think it's fine that she's done some pornography and she's also a wrestler in Japan? So as far as you know, the people over there in Japan, the Japanese people, they think they don't have an issue with it. They think it's okay.
Okay, I understand. So I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I of course, some people hate porn, so I think some people does not like porn star does wrestling, but her, but she said on the wrestling at the show, referee announced, "Oh, she's a porn star, also wrestler. She's coming here." Like,
oh, okay.
They announced, so their signature profile, I think.
Okay, well, that answers my question. Then if they will announce her at the ring that she also has done this, then then okay, they must be okay with it then.
Yeah.
Because we know this, and you've been in the industry for a long time. If you do that here in America, some people will be fine with it and actually will probably be turned on by it, and some people will be like, oh, I don't like that person now because she does this or he does that.
Yeah, I think yeah, same as Japan, but I think the company trying. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
trying to sell her. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I've interviewed, I think, about 18 guests now in the adult industry, and the industry definitely has changed for the better in America. In terms of acceptance, it's not completely accepted. There's still going to be really closed-minded conservative people that have an issue with it here in America in terms of pornography. But it's not like it was back, 20 years ago or even 10 years ago. It's kind of everywhere. It's kind of like, and you have people that are, I think I talked about this with one guest. You have pornographic actors and actresses that have moved into mainstream stuff. They're on album covers, they're in music videos, they're in Netflix things. And there was one gal that was in an HBO show, and it's become so, I think, almost normalized now in America, where it used to be this really taboo thing off in the corner that you didn't know. You're like, what's going on over there? Now it's like, well, no. And I think even for people, I'm not tooting my own horn, but people that have watched our interviews and things that I've done here, it's been, I think, eye-opening for people to see this is what someone from the industry is like. And they kind of totally blows their minds, like, oh, well, you're a wrestling fan and you love cats and you love art museums. And so, yeah, you're a person. Yes, this is what you love doing for, some of your jobs, and some of the other things you do is like what any other person does.
Yeah, because I think social media is getting more popular past over 10 years, so people can see porn star more personal. So they realize maybe porn star is not only fucking. Some people finally realized, oh, same.
That's a good point. I didn't think about, you're right about the social media aspect, and people have had access to people and how they think and what they post and what they show and videos and reels, and they can kind of see, oh yeah, here's Marika at the art museum, here she is at the zoo, here she's at a favorite restaurant eating a really nice piece of something. That's right, there was one of them when you and Busan were at, it looked like there was like an Asian deli or something, and you're looking at all the food in the display cases. Reminded me of being in the international district here in Seattle. You'd be like, oh yeah, look at all this stuff. But yeah, it shows that this is a regular occurrence. And you just talked about it earlier. People that are fans of yours saw you at a wrestling event. Hey, I didn't know you liked wrestling. Oh yeah, you can talk about your favorite wrestlers, and what match you're looking forward to, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, they're like normal people. They get up and they go to the bathroom and they wash their face and they they do all the other stuff. But when you go to your job and you sit at a desk in a cubicle, they go to a set and they do what they do. It's something different. So, but folks, if you have a question in the chat, please get it in there quickly as we're kind of winding this down. So what do you have coming up? Do you have any appearances, or you have other you going on vacation anywhere fun, or what's kind of coming up in the near future for you?
I have a couple of projects coming up, but I don't know which one I can say. Oh, this one I recorded. I done my very first anime voice over work.
Oh, cool! So
it's more not. My name is Marika Hase, so not for kids anime, more sexy anime, but yeah, this is really unique. My brand new experience. I done voiceover job many times, but not the anime one. So I really enjoyed, and I want my fan watch after come out.
Okay, that's cool that you did some voiceover for an anime. I've many years ago, I used to work at a computer company, and I was the audio engineer. So I worked with voiceover artists to put to cartoons. Basically, that's what we were doing back then. And so here's a weird little tidbit for people that don't know. I haven't mentioned this at all. I got asked to do a voiceover for an animated thing out of the UK, and I only did 3 lines, so it's a real small part. But I think it's coming out in June, so we're going to do a live stream once it's actually out there for people to watch. So I thought, I'm kind of like, you want me to do one? And I don't know if that guy knew that I used to engineer voiceover stuff way back when. So I'm like, do you want this? You want it like that? I was asking all kinds of questions. That's why I think you got a clue. Like, why are you asking me all these like technical questions, Mark? And I'm like, well, you didn't give me any direction. You know, what do you want, an accent? Do you want to, you know, how do you want me to say this stuff? So I recorded many different times, different styles. And then I think I'm like fan number 2 or something at a concert. That's all I am. But yeah, it'll be coming out online on YouTube in June, and we'll do a live stream. And every episode focuses on a different band. So the singer from the band I think she's in Korea. So she's going to join our live stream. So she had to do voiceover stuff too. So that's really cool. Do you have any idea when your anime is coming out? Even like a ballpark idea?
I don't know. I think, but soon. This is soon.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'm sure you'll post about it on your social media so your fans can go check it out. Yeah. Yeah, Carmichael, that's cool. The cat thinks it's awesome. I'm definitely thinking of her. And yeah, I'll definitely let people know when it sounds so weird when I say when my episode is out of me doing a voiceover. So yeah, that coming up. Do you have any like fan conventions or anything that you'll be attending in the future, or you get to meet your fans in person?
I don't have any. Oh, but I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna back to Exotica from this year again.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to go to every Exotica. I love to see my fans, but after I found out my cancer, I stopped to go Exotica. But I'm thinking I wanna back.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna announce all about my things on my social media.
Okay, so that's a good place to plug. So I know you're on Instagram. Are you on Twitter or X as well?
Yeah.
Okay, and where else can fans find you?
The VIP site. I don't know. I can say OnlyFans.
Yeah. So you're on Instagram, you're on X, you're on OnlyFans. Are those the main things that you're on social media wise? I
don't have YouTube.
YouTube, that's right. That link's in the description, folks, so you can find that. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Please.
And yeah, because I know I see most of your stuff through Instagram for me, and then I've subscribed to your YouTube channel, so I see anytime you put something new up, I see the video. And because usually you'll have a trailer and then you'll have the video, a day later or a couple of days later. And Chris, thank you for stopping by, and everyone's really happy that you're healthy, Maika, and Busan and Taro and everybody else. Thanking you for the interviews that they're doing. So is Ove as well. So everybody wants you to come back. They want you to come back for a third one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you open to doing another one of these down the road with me?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll make sure to reach out to you, and we'll get a chance to do that. So it sounds like you're really happy with where you're at in life, and health is looking good, and you look good. So that's a huge plus. And I always appreciate that you're so open with everything that you do, and you go grab things from your background and show stuff, and it makes it very personal for the audience. I think that's really great. So and I see Carmichael saying, yeah, awesome interview, excited for the third one. So the fans want it. Yeah, they want another one. So I'll make sure that we get that on the books down the road, and we can kind of reconnect again. Hopefully it won't be 2 years. We'll make it before the end of this year is over. We'll get in another 6 months or something, whatever seems normal, because I do know you're busy. So all right, well, Mark, again, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad we got reconnected, and I'll definitely have some more wrestling questions for you next time, because I didn't know that. Yeah, take care down there, and everybody that's in the chat, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you for the third one, whenever that is.
See you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.